Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus, and here we are once more against, oh my god, it's a Hellion. Okay, a full DOT team from my opponent's side, while I have not the Oppressive Vestal, I have the Oppressive ARBALEST. So today we're doing a best of 3 against Daewid. This is someone that also went very far in the previous tournament. Not playing Hellion teams, mind you, it just seems that he is cooking a little bit now, as they say. So first things first, this Antiquarian needs to die. That's something that needs to happen. My game plan here is probably kill the Antiquarian, then kill the Jester. Because with that Materia Pestis, yeah, this is not going to be a very fun time. So this Oppressive Arbalest was made by Serge. You know, he saw the Vestal and he was like, you know what would go really well in here? An Arbalest. And you know what, that's true. Any damage team, an Arbalest goes really well in it, so... We have the Arbalest with the Medic's full plate and the Piercing Quarrel, so you have heals just as good as the Vestal, if not better, because you also cure the bleeds. Of course you can't go for AoE healing, which is kind of the downside in this situation, but it's still perfectly fine. The rest of the team is almost identical, but I am running his setup because... you know, it's his team. Unfortunately, I am not running his setup. He uses Expose rather than Adder's Kiss on the Shieldbreaker, so it's not exactly his setup, but he'll be fine, don't worry about it. I'm genuinely considering just pulling this Hellion, but she's gonna have a terrible time regardless of what she does. Sadly, so will I, because I have 0 freaking accuracy, but I'm just gonna go for a stun this Flagellant before a very annoying Crushed Hemlock Rain of Sorrows comes through. I also don't want to let him get too many of those hits off, because he might just punish into my High Man. And unless I get a crit for like 20 and just immediately kill him right after, I won't have too much fun with it, so... This is probably going to tickle from my side. Yeah, the riposte does tickle if you have the Uri and no Vendetta yet. The reason we have Uri, even though we already have an ability to give us bypass stealth and ignore stealth, the reason we have the Uri is so the debuff chance is even better than it would be otherwise. So we're gonna get a debuff on that Chester with a 95 rather than a 75, and it also gives us 12 accuracy, which is a tiny bit better. Which the Grape Shot is really going to need here, so let's see if we can make that work. This is a bit risky, TBH, so I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to go for the puncture. I might regret this decision, because I wanted to shoot him first before going for the puncture, but I ran out of time, because I was commenting on the High Man setup. Yeah, the match goes by quickly, but it's fine. Yarbles can just shoot whoever she pleases. So we're going to shoot the Hellion, and guess what? She's dazed, so I get to just shoot her again and she's dead, or something. Yeah, she's dazed, like, they really cannot do anything here. It really sucks to play Hellion. She's an ability with the self-heal, and this feels, honestly, kinda bad to do. Like, slightly bad to do at this point. Bullying a Hellion like this, but, you know, such is the way with Butcher's Circus, as they say. So I'm gonna go for a pull here. Thankfully, I do 5 damage, and the Hellion, of course, gets pulled every single time because she has 0 move resistance. And I'm just gonna go for a kill with the Vendetta. If it doesn't work, I will eventually have to go for a stun. Maybe it gets the kill, maybe it doesn't. If I don't get either of those kills, it's gonna be a fair bit annoying. But this makes it so the Flagellant doesn't get to use his turn. They're gonna go for the Harvest, a bit risky. Yeah, 11 damage. Not great, not terrible. I could heal, honestly. Wow, they get to bleed on my Crusader. Whack. They do get to bleed on my Crusader. Yeah, I'm probably just going to heal here, because that's a fair bit of damage from my Harm, and I don't want him to die before I get some stun pressure onto that Chester. So yeah, they're still going to use their flash one turn, and it's... yeah, Hellion is so bad! You taste yourself with her, like, this is just a really good reason not to play Hellion. Now, unfortunately, this is also a really good reason not to play High Man, because I failed a 70. Hurrah! I completely forgot my RNG was still garbage after the previous 2 videos, but they still go for that into the riposte, dazing themselves again. So next turn I will just go for Duelist Advance on there or something, and for now I'm just going to stun the Flagellant, because he's kind of the threat at the moment. So yeah, not too shabby, I'd say. Not too shabby, even though I failed. Daewid kind of went for a bit of a maniac move, so it's perfectly fine for me. I'm probably just gonna Duelist Advance into it, and surely it will work this time, right? Yeah, surely. I will probably do an Adder's Kiss first. Kind of wish I had not Adder's Kiss. I might have to go for a pull on the Jester instead. because I want to keep the Crusader in this position, but I have to add Circus for that, because I probably want to Duelist advance again. I kind of don't want to dance with them at the moment. Yeah, I kind of want to dance with them at the moment, so I'm actually going to do this. Maybe I get lucky with a death blow. Unfortunately I don't. Oh, this Hellion, how many death blows is she going to survive? How many death blows is she going to survive? But yeah, this kind of just repositioning with this team, which is what I have to do. They're going to go for that Festering Vapors, that's risky, but... yeah, nice accuracy. Unfortunately, I do whiff them. If I had hit that, I would be in a really good spot, but yeah. Such is the way of the boogers, Circus. I'm gonna go for Duelist Advance on Helen. Finally, she's a goner. Finally. And now this Jester is probably just gonna drop a Harvest, but he might die to it. He might not have a good time doing that. 7 damage. Your damage really sucks, huh? Without Vendetta. Like, that has to be the freaking worst damage I could have had. Nah, honestly, no, not really. It's minus 15%, so it's probably like 6 to 12 or something on the riposte. Yeah, it absolutely tickles. So the Crusader can't do much. The Arbalest can go for a shot or a heal. I think at this point we shoot. Yeah, I think at this point we shoot the Jester to bring him down to 0. And the Crusader maybe goes for another stun. Even though it's only at 35, maybe he goes for another stun. Maybe he heals. Dicey situation. I'm actually just going to heal here, give myself a tiny bit of HP. I don't think hurting the Flagellant here could be that good of an idea at this point. So the Jester's probably just gonna click himself and then die shortly after, because this team is, you know, it has Hellion. And it would work if I had something like a Stress team or maybe even the DOT team. Can you stop? I have Finisher on the riposte and he still doesn't get hit. Jesus. Okay, I'll be fine, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go for a puncture on him and he should be dead now, as long as it lands. Yes, it does land. Yeah, even with Finisher in the area, he still manages to dodge the freaking riposte. That's actually uncanny. But yeah, and I'll be in this position, I'll be able to heal whoever with my Crusader and then kill the Jester with my Iron Man. Or will I? Or will I is the question. I am dropping to this store here, so I kind of have to worry about it a little bit. So I think the best move for me is actually to heal, go for the Vendetta. If the Vendetta doesn't get the kill, I can still stun the Jester. I think that's a better move than going for a 70 at this point. I think it's safer to just prevent the finale. Unfortunately, the Shieldbreaker goes down to 0, so I might have to heal there. How the hell did she go down to 0? Was she at 2 HP? She must have been. Yeah, she must have been. Do I go for the 70? Not even a good hit chance. Yeah, let's go for this. Okay, thankfully I get the 50-50. That is kind of saving my match here. That is my saving grace. And now I'm just able to heal this and this Shieldbreaker, and everything's perfectly fine. So yeah, this team, it works. You know, as you can see, it just works pretty well because the Arbalest is just a solid character. Is it better than the Oppressive Vestal itself? It's probably just different. Like, it's very difficult to say. You only have 1 stun on this team, but you still have guard break, so yeah, 2 stuns is somewhat unnecessary. And you can shoot characters with the Arbalest, so you have more damage tools at your disposal, which is always a good thing. So yeah, it is weird to say which one is best, but I'd say they're both good. Yeah, I'd say they're both good for sure. So if someone bans your Vestal, then just bring this one and it will be perfectly fine. But yeah, this is why I don't play Hellion. If they had any team other than Hellion, they probably had a really decent chance of... Can I stop? Can I stop missing? 107 accuracy and I miss. Like, how? Can I stop freaking missing, man? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go for the all-in onto this. Oh, all-winning doesn't sound too wise here, Shep. I'll be honest with you. All-winning does not sound too wise. Let's play this defensively. That's an anti-card with a finisher. You don't really want to have 2 characters with this story against her. So take notice, Mr. Shepherd Doggy. So I'm gonna go for a heal here. Unfortunately, the Crusader is gonna go out of position, but should be fine at this point. Because I do want to keep the riposte here. I do want to keep the riposte. So let's just do this, and then between the Wicked Slice and the fact that the Flagellant is stunned, and then she'll be the only character against my team. There's absolutely no way that that this poor Anticrine wins. So this is just Oppressive Arbalest 101 or Oppressive Vestal 101. Pretty much the exact same thing. You kill characters because they can't stop your offense, even with something like regen. And after you kill said characters, you're free to just use your riposte and use your superior healing and your superior defense. Like innate built-in defense, not like guard defense, not like, I guess heals are defense too, but yeah, you just use your built-in defense to just have a good time. So I don't have PBS here, for some bizarre reason. The reason I don't have PBS is because he actually brings Grape Shot Blast. I think Silac does the same, honestly, brings Grape Shot Blast on the Highman rather than the point-blank shot. The reason for that is because they're scared of guards, I suppose. They're scared of guards and they want to have some AoE finisher capabilities with the Highman, which fair enough. I suppose the point blank shot isn't always the best tool, but I still think it's a bit crazy to do this. Yeah, I'm just going to be crit heal, and yeah, it's uncanny. Medic's full plate gives you more crit heals. There is no justice in this world when you bring Medic's full plate. The amount of crit heals you get on it should not happen. It has to give more crit heals. There's no world where there's no way it doesn't. There's really no way it doesn't. At least I don't think so. So it's gonna be a sniper shot into a pole, into a wicked slice, and honestly Daewid just isn't surrendering because he's not the kind of person to surrender, but this match is beyond lost by Daewid, and I mean beyond lost. Just the Crusader and the Highman could win this on their own, and they probably will do just that right now, if this stunning blow lands. Honestly, okay, it does land. If I missed that and didn't get the death blow, then they could get a triple kill. Yeah, then they could get a triple kill. Don't get me wrong, they'd probably still lose, but a triple kill would have been pretty cool. But anyways, let's go for match number 2. Alright, and here we go, straight into a match number 2. So I thought about changing teams, but in lieu of yesterday's video, I decided to just, I'm gonna bring the same team, screw it. Yeah, I want to play with it, I want to practice it, I want to see what this team is capable of, because that was a pretty good matchup. Like, damage like this just beats duty like that, no problem. So let's put it against an actual challenge, and that is going to be the Daewid's Grave Robber Mark team with launch 2 finishers. It looks a bit scary, not gonna lie, it does look a bit scary. So let's be smart about this. I could flare immediately, but what I think the game plan is going to be is probably just dogpiling on this bounty hunter. Get rid of the bounty hunter, win the match. That is probably going to be the path towards success here. So let's start with a nice juicy duelist advance onto him. He might go finish him on my Crusader, but the hit chance is bad. The hit chance is bad, so I highly doubt it. They're gonna go for the come hitter. They do get the crit, and but they do not get the pull, so this is a perfect situation to use Flare in. So yeah, a very, very good situation to use Flare in. They were lucky to even hit the stunning blow. They went for an 80, so I highly doubt they would go for a finish him there. It's not a very good hit chance. Even if they did, the Crusader's tanky enough, and I will kill their bounty hunter before they kill my Crusader if they go for that, because then the rest of my team is just fine. My Arbalest just sniper shots, and you know, they don't have a fun time at all. So they're probably gonna use Panic Darts at this point in time. Maybe Pick, because they have the Cloak and Dagger, but Panic Darts is just fine without any build, without any trinkets on it. As long as you have accuracy, which my opponent doesn't. They have 95 accuracy, they just went for 75 and they hit it as well. It's such as the way with the Butcher Circus. I could stun, but I don't want to do that yet. So I will instead just go for Pierce here. 11 damage, honestly, not that much, but honestly fine. I have Smite. I might use it. How much damage will it do? He has 10 to 16 base. With the trinkets, it should do more than 11 to 18, because it's not counting the melee skills. They're gonna go they're gonna go preemptive heal on the Arbalest and get a crit on it. Isn't that amazing? But yeah, my hit chances aren't that good. Even though I would do 13 to 20 damage, I think just getting the stuns a bit better. Okay, that's justice. I do feel like that is justice. You go for a heal and you immediately get a crit heal on it. The reason my opponent went for that is because they have no target here. That's why I also went for my Arbalest turn first instead of going for the Circus, then they would have just flared. Oh, I have Prod. Yeah, the Prod really hinders my opponent here. Sadly for them, they cannot I mean, sadly for me, I cannot stun their enemy Crusader, because then they just do a double flare. So I'm just gonna do this, put them on the defensive, have more attacking characters than they have defensive characters, and if they heal with the Arbalest here, it would be a massive misplay. It would be quite a massive misplay. I might just go for another Duelist Advance. Or a Grape Shot, mind you. I have Grape Shot. I might go for a Grape Shot here. 4! And I do damage to the other characters. Like, that's good. That's good. Point blank shot rarely ever has value. Grape shot is already having it. Yeah, grape shot is already having value. So I do not get to go first, but I will be able to put that bounty hunter down to 0, and I will be able to stun the enemy Crusader. So it is very good for me. Unless they get another crit heal, they don't. So thankfully that's not something I'm gonna have to worry about. I'm just gonna go for a stun on there. That's a nice hit chance, but no, let's go for a stun on their Crusader. Just make sure that they lose one of their healing turns. So I will be able to kill this bounty hunter very, very soon, or at least have a chance to kill that bounty hunter very soon. 8 to 14, ooh, dicey with the shield breaker. This is why you bring Pierce, by the way. For situations like this, even though Pierce is a pretty garbage ability with 8 to 14 damage, and it's really not that good. It has a minus damage mod, like it really doesn't need a minus damage mod. It really shouldn't have it. But yeah, even though Pierce is not the bestest of abilities, you do still need it for situations like this. You can't just drop Adder's Kiss every single time and hope that you'll get pressure in 3 rounds. That is not going to work. So they're gonna go for the pick to the face here. Thankfully they don't do enough damage on it, and that means that I am free to just go for a death blow here. Do I Vendetta it? Or do I Grape Shot it? I feel like I Grape Shot it, honestly. Or do I Vendetta it? Vendetta it is a funny way of saying it. I feel like Grape Shotting it is better. Yeah, it looks odd, but I feel like Grape Shotting it is better, because look at all the extra damage I'm doing to these two characters. Sure, it's only 11 and only like 8 on the Crusader, but that's a fair bit. That's generally a fair bit. I'm loving Grape Shot, and with Eerie Eye Finisher, like, you just hit it. Oh, that's a very risky move for them. I suppose they have enough to bring me down to 0, but still quite a risky move by them. I think, looking at that, I don't want to go for like an 85% stun chance or something. What would it be? What would the accuracy be? And I'll be at this store, so I'll have 90 accuracy, so it is an 85 to hit. Yes, it is an 85 to hit. Honestly, I'm just gonna do this. If they want to stun my Crusaders, so be it. They can't stun my Shieldbreaker because they don't have enough accuracy. Stunning my Crusader is a bit difficult here. And I feel like this is just Oppressive Arbalest being better. Yeah, I think Oppressive Vestal could have done this too. Like, let's be honest, Oppressive Vestal probably would have won this too. But Oppressive Arbalest did really well in having that anti-stun synergy, having that sniper shot synergy onto that little... what do you call it? Onto that little bounty hunter, so I feel like it was nice. So here we click first, so we at least eat some of that DOT, and then we just heal the Crusader. Yeah, and really the difference is just the Oppressive setup. It is just better. They cannot defend this bounty hunter. It's just impossible for this team to defend the bounty hunter. While my team has perfect defense, essentially. Crusader is inherently tanky, Shieldbreaker has the Serpent Slay, Iron Man has the Repulse if they try going for him. The Arbalest is in position 4, obviously. Even if she gets pulled, you have Puncture, Pierce, and then you have Duelist Advance. And, you know, you can also just move back twice or something. They do 8 damage, god damn it, that's annoying. But it should be fine for me. I'm probably just gonna shoot into that and be aggressive. Don't do that, Shep. It's unnecessary. You shouldn't be aggressive here. Let's just go for a Pierce. 8 to 14, thankfully we do enough. Yeah, let's just be a bit defensive here. Let's just chill for a second. I have a character advantage, so I should be making use of it. They will have to go for heals here. If they go for a heal and they get a nice roll on it, I might... 8. That's slightly nice. It's a slightly nice roll, but I'm pretty sure Wicked Slice does enough. Yes, it does. Crusader down to 0. They do get to go first, but at least they won't kill my own Crusader, and now their Crusader's at death's door. So every turn that passes, if I play defensively, I am just winning. So they go for the Shadow Fade here. Means I can't hit them, but I wasn't planning to, so... I don't really care all that much, and I have the medic's full plate, so I might heal for a crit, meaning that the Grave Robber will have to use her precious turn to go on my Crusader. I get a max roll, which is a 12. You roll for 10, 11, 12 with the medic's full plate. If you have Silver Syringe, which is the basic universal trinket for healing skills, it gives you plus 35% healing skills. You actually heal for more, you heal for 10 to 13, so you get an additional number on those rolls, which is actually really quite nice. They go for it, they get a 20, which means I'm just going to heal that again, because this is turns passing, and I have 4, you only have 3. Yeah, it's just what this team does. It just does so well in situations like this. It just does so freaking well. It's completely abusing Daewid's setup, having this squishy bounty hunter and this squishy grave robber that cannot support him. Because if you had like an abomination here, you can go for stuns on my side, make it so it takes me longer to kill this bounty hunter, give you enough time to basically kill me. They're gonna go for the stunning blow. They do get it, which is unfortunate. This means they might get a death blow sometime soon. But not yet. Not yet at the very least. I'm just going to play it safe here, and I'm gonna go for the other's kiss. That's a very lucky death blow. I might add. That's a very lucky 25. But he was dead regardless. I will lose the character here most likely, because they're just gonna go pick to the face and then lunge. And the lunge will be very likely to just kill my Crusader, but honestly, by that point it should be okay. They might make me go Virtuous. Yeah, they might make me go Virtuous. Let's see, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Or else would have maybe gone over 100 stress. They have a decent amount of dodge on there, so I think this is finally the time where we use Vendetta. Get rid of that dodge on the Grave Robber, make her have literally 0 now. And the Crusader will probably die here, but for them to do that, they have to go for a lunge, put themselves in position 1 where they don't want to be. And after that, it's just pressure. Wow, that's a surrender. That has to be a surrender. It isn't? Not yet. Not yet. I don't understand why Daewid doesn't surrender. I feel like there's no shame in surrendering when you've lost. And you've lost. You have definitely lost. You lost like 3 rounds ago. Because kind of a bit of a team diff. But failing that lunge feels really bad. Kind of like how I failed the Wicked Slice on their... Yeah, that's the flare of surrender. So yeah, GG's to Daewid, and now they surrender. They wanted to wait for the flare. But yeah, this would just be stun into Pierce, into Wicked Slice, and it's just Oppressive Vestal being a pretty nice team. So, made by Serge. Congratulations, Serge. I dig your team. I dig your team. Daewid is telling me, tell Stormy the team sucks. I think Stormy recommended him play that team, and it's decent if you're on the offense, not good if you're on the defense. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers!